I wouldn't say that there are problems anywhere, actually. The negotiations have been going well, but as with any kind of negotiation, you often finish the bits that are easiest. So we've closed most of the chapters, and it's the toughest bits that are always the last ones to deal with. And that's why having the bilateral meetings, you're taking the opportunity of G20 to meet the ministers here and iron out the issues is really critical. I am confident that we're going to have a very successful deal that works well for both the UK and India. But what I'm not doing is giving a date.
I was going to ask you that.
Everybody wants to know the date. I have never set a date. Some people talked about previous dates or this year, Diwali, next year, and also Christmas and so on. I don't think that is helpful during negotiations because it can make people change their decision-making process. We want people to focus on, is this a good proposal? Does it work for the people of India? Does it work for the people of the UK? Will it deliver benefits? Is it what business is asking for? And if not, how can we find a solution or a workaround? And that's really what we're doing right now.
That's an important aspect, but also working with an administration. We know foreign policy, even trade policies are a continuum, but there could be a difference if the administration is different. Within the Modi administration, they're looking at elections next year. Are you hopeful it would happen before the elections next year, even if you don't give me a time frame?
No, it's a very good question because we also will be having elections soon. No government is there forever. Certainly no democratic government is there forever. And that is why having the stability of the current UK government and the current Indian government, we've been having these conversations for a long time now. We know where we are. I think making sure that we can conclude in advance of elections will be helpful. If we don't, that will quite likely make things take even longer. So that's one of the reasons why I can't set a date. But certainly, if we don't finish before elections, it will prolong the process.
So you're hopeful, or you're looking at before elections for both the countries?
That would be ideal, but again, it all depends on where we get to with the negotiations.
You also are, as a country, looking at a lot of investments into the UK. How does that really gel with India's Make in India plans and program? We're looking at Tata now investing furthermore in the United Kingdom, and a lot of investors that you look at, Tata is certainly an example, but how do you then converge the idea of investments into the UK as opposed to Make in India, where investments and manufacturing, India would like invited to India?
Okay, so it is a two-way street, and we believe in free trade. So it is not a zero-sum game. If somebody is investing in the UK, it doesn't mean that they've taken something away from India, because if you follow that argument to the logical conclusion, then there will be no trade at all. Trade benefits both parties. No one creates an exchange that's going to lose them. When you go to the market and you buy something, they haven't stolen your money. They've given you something else in return. And what I would say is that our economies are quite different. India has a large manufacturing base. A lot of its economy is based around goods exports. We are a services economy, so it's actually symbiotic. About 70% of UK exports are services, and this is something where there is knowledge exchange. There's a lot of educational programs, research and development that's happening. It doesn't all just happen in one country. If you look at, for instance, vaccine development, these things happen with collaboration. So it is possible to have a Made in India or Make in India strategy while still investing in the UK, because there is benefit to both sides.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.